My name's Nicole Hanson and I'm 18 years old. I just graduated from Clarkston High School and I'll be continuing at Michigan State next year with my running career and studying business. The challenges that I've had to overcome are in my athletics. I'm a runner and I run track and cross country year-round, and I've had to deal with many injuries throughout the years and sicknesses. So at the beginning of each season, I set goals for myself and I always write them down in a book, and they're always in the back of my mind. And I just don't want to disappoint myself because I know I'm capable of those things, and they are high goals, but I just want to keep pushing towards them, and I never wanted to give up on them because I know I can achieve them. Freshman year I started and I was really ready to run. I put in a lot of miles over my freshman year. I was excited to start running for high school. And I actually had a pretty good year my freshman year, no injuries or anything. But then when my sophomore year came around in the summer, I put on more miles. I started training 50 miles a week, and I started to get a back injury. I had to aqua jog every day over the summer when I first figured out that I had my back injury, because I wanted to try to run cross country season, but I couldn't stop training, otherwise I wouldn't have a chance. So I would go to the beach and practice with my team, and while they were out running, I would go in the water and aqua jog and swim laps with my coach. And then when the season came around, I tried running a few races, but the pain was too much. Towards the end of the season, after all my aqua jogging, I ended up trying to run regionals and make it to the state championships with my team, and I was able to run. It wasn't as well as I expected, but I was able to make it to the state championships, and I was able to finish out the season even with my back injury. Junior year, my season started off really strong. I had a good training partner, and again, we were training really hard. I actually moved up to 55 miles, and then my same back injury ended up coming back about mid-season, and me and my training partner were both out actually, so we went back to aqua jogging, and we actually picked up biking this time, and we continued to bike and aqua jog every day, and we would try to pop back in races. And it was really frustrating because after working so hard and having this injury come back again for the third time, I just almost wanted to give up on running. It just didn't seem worth it, but I kept training. And me and my friend trained together, and we also were able to come back for states my junior year, and I actually made all-state that year. In my senior year, I thought this was gonna be my year, senior year. I've already had all my injuries, and then I ended up going up to 60 miles, and I trained as hard as I ever did, and I wanted to make up for all the past years that I had injuries. And then during one of my races, I had stepped on a rock, and it just messed up something in my foot, and my foot went out, and I was out for the rest of the season, basically. I kept trying to train, and I really picked up biking. I'd go to GLAC every day for practice, and I would bike for an hour straight as hard as I could, because I did not want to let this foot injury hold me back my senior year. So I kept biking, and I was actually getting really sick of it because biking is not very fun, stationary biking. And I kept trying to jump in races because my team needed me to be able to qualify for different races and everything. But we got to the county meet, and I told my coach, I was like, I think this is my race, I'm ready. And I got in it, and I made it a mile, and my coach had to actually pull me out because I was limping so bad, and I was in tears because it hurt so bad. And so I thought this was the end of my season. My coach told me I should just hang up my spikes and just wait till track season. But I continued to keep biking because I did not want this to be the end of my season. And then regionals, even warming up, I brought a bike to warm up, and this was my first race back since counties. And I didn't run as well as I wanted to, but I was able to run and help my team win the regional championships, and we made it to states that year too. So then senior track season, indoor season came around, and I finally had a good track season. I was doing really great. I had no injuries. I went to physical therapy for my foot, so it was better. I had the best race of my life at nationals, and I thought for sure this was gonna be my track season. So I get into track, and we went on spring break, and I trained all spring break. I trained as hard as I could, 50 miles a week, and I came back, and I got really sick, and I ended up not being able to run very well, and I didn't know what the problem was, but I was running really slow before the season started. I was running 30 seconds faster than I was, and I had been training harder, so it didn't make sense. I was getting really frustrated because I just thought it was slow. And then I finally figured out that I just had a sickness, and so I had to keep working through it, but there's a fine line between, overworking yourself when you're sick and letting yourself recover, and then being able, continuing with your season. So I had to make sure I was getting my rest, and I was getting really tired all the time. I wasn't able to complete workouts. All the girls I usually train with were way ahead of me, and it was really frustrating, but I knew that I was sick and I couldn't do anything about it, so I just continued to run. And I ended up going to states, didn't have the best race, but as a team, my team got all state together, which was really good, and I was glad that I was able to finish the season even with my sickness. So there were many points throughout my running career where I just wanted to give up because I just thought I wasn't meant for running and my body couldn't handle it. But I never did because, I don't know, maybe it's just because I love running so much. I can't explain it, but I just absolutely love running. Going out for runs, the adrenaline you get when you finish a race, your teammates you have that cheer you on, and celebrating victories together. I think that was another part of it too, is I had such great teammates and training partners along the way who helped me get through it, and they went through similar struggles too. And also the team aspect of the sport. It's so great to celebrate a victory with your teammates, and I knew that they wouldn't be able to get there if I just gave up on them halfway through the season. So I kept pushing myself for them because I knew we wanted to make it to states and, win regionals and things like that. It was hard sometimes not to be disappointed with my running career because I didn't reach all the goals that I set or have the successes that I expected at times, but I was proud of the things that I was able to overcome. It's a different kind of accomplishment than I ever expected to have. I've learned a lot through all my injuries that I've had. I think they've really helped me grow as an athlete and as a person, like as a student, really in anything that I do. I know if there's something thrown at me, no matter what it is, that I just have to keep working through it, and I will get through it because hard work always pays off in the end. So for future runners and really anyone in any sports, you got to know that things are going to be thrown at you. You're going to get injured, you're going to get sick, you're going to have times when you're not running your best, performing your best, but you just got to keep pushing through it and do whatever you can to get back and get healthy, because it'll be worth it if you have a goal set and you keep working towards it.